All right, guys, I'm right back in it. Again, I love doing this. All I do is just set up the camera and I start talking. Sometimes I have notes. Right now I don't. This is going to be right off the head. Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the first round of the playoff, or not playoff games, but fantasy playoff games, I guess, today. Week 15 Saturday NFL matchups between the Jets and the Texans, and then we have the Browns and the Broncos coming up. I'm not going to review the Browns and Broncos game. I'm just going to let that one slide. Instead, I want to come here and I want to talk about the Cowboys because I do want to get back to the Canelo fight, which is actually available on, you guessed it, my TV service for only $35 a month. Anyways, I didn't get a chance to watch the Jets and the Texans game. I was busy just relaxing. As you can see, I'm in my robe. I've just been relaxing all day. Yeah, I'm in a robe. Is it professional? No, but this is just who I am. This is me. And this robe is very, very, very comfortable. And my cat likes to lay on it too. So, there's that. But I did see the stats for the game. And Elijah McGuire, he did what he does. He did what I thought he was going to do. Would it have been better? Of course, everybody wants to get touchdowns. Regardless of not having the touchdown, I think he played okay. He could have played better for you if you started him. He might have gotten you maybe 10, 12, 13 points, something like that. Not bad for a flex spot. Sam Darnold played okay. I told you that he was going to play okay. He played okay last week. I think he did a much better job this week as far as the stats goes. Y'all know what I'm about to talk about now, right? You guys know what I'm about to talk about now, right? Robbie Anderson. Go watch my video from yesterday. I cannot look into the future, people. I asked yesterday, where's Robbie Anderson? Why are we not feeding him the ball? Why is he not getting the ball? He's very talented. Throw him the ball. And guess what? He had a touchdown today, over 100 yards, and I think it was like 5 or 6 catches. I probably should have taken notes now that I think about it, but whatever. I'll just go by my memory. Robbie Anderson stepped up. Let's keep that going. Let's keep it going for the rest of the season, and then let's actually game plan next season for some Sam Darnold to Robbie Anderson. He can play. He can play. Over on the other side of the ball, Deshaun Watson, again, like I said, he had an okay game. He could have played better. We all know that. Lamar Miller did absolutely nothing. Nobody cares. And at the end of the game, I actually saw the stats for the wide receiver corps for the Houston Texans, and it immediately made me want to dial the suicide hotline because of the fact that I traded DeAndre Hopkins earlier this season. I just had to have David Johnson. I just had to have him. For those of you that don't know, I have been eliminated from my league's playoff. I'm not that upset about it because I deserve it. I made a lot of mistakes. For example, trading DeAndre Hopkins for David Johnson. I knew that was going to come back to bite me. DeAndre Hopkins has been a little quiet until today, and I'm pretty sure in my league at least it was 40 points. I'm not going to look at it. If I do, it's just going to piss me off. Anyways, who else? I mean, that's pretty much it. Those are the key players on each side. I don't really remember looking at the stats if anybody else did anything else. The Houston Texans, they got the win they needed, and then they're going to move on. So, good for them. I can't believe I traded DeAndre Hopkins. Anyways, I'm so over it. So, tomorrow, we have the Cowboys against the Colts, and this is, I don't care how optimistic you are, I am not that optimistic. I'm not going to be optimistic about this, and it's not because I'm negative. It's not the case. Okay? It's because I think this is one of those games where we should win, but because we are God's team and God likes to put us through the dirt, this is one of those games where we might lose because the Colts can play. The Colts are a good team. They've won 6 out of their last 7. Granted, they were against inferior teams, but still, it doesn't matter. It's still the NFL. Every team can play. When you have the Bills that blow out teams, anything can happen. When you have the Jets that blow out teams, anything can happen. When you have, well, not the Jaguars. The Jaguars are just sorry. I'm a little worried about this game. Yeah, our defense can play, but guess what? So can Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck is a certified G. I'm going to go ahead and put him in that upper echelon of quarterbacks. Andrew Luck can play, and for the first time in God knows how long, he finally has an offensive line that can protect him. You don't hear about Andrew Luck getting sacked anymore. So they finally figured that out, and coincidentally, he's playing better. Marlon Mack should be good to go. I don't really see him doing anything. The Cowboys have the best defense in the NFL. Okay, they have the best defense in the NFL. So, you have Jalen Smith and you have Vander Esch, you have Wilson. They hold down the linebacking core. I don't know if Sean Lee's coming back. I don't care if Sean Lee's coming back. Hopefully he's not. Hopefully he can sit on the bench for a few more games so we have even more reasons to get rid of him and use that calorie space towards something else. T.Y. Hilton, I just glimpsed at something. It said that he might not play because of his ankle. He didn't practice all week. If he doesn't play, that makes our life so much easier because he's the only wide receiver on that team that is worth anything. If he plays, he will. I would start him. He's going to make some plays just on who he is. They put him in the slot a lot, which means he's not going to be lined up against the best cornerback in the league, Byron Jones, in my opinion. We all know it's true. T.Y. Hilton, if he starts, if he plays, you want to start him. If he doesn't, obviously you're not going to start him. And that's going to make the Cowboys' life a little bit easier because who else do they have? They have some guy named Rogers. They have Pascal, the French guy. I don't remember if Doyle is back, but I think he might have gotten hurt again. They have Ebron. Ebron, if T.Y. Hilton doesn't play, I would definitely play Ebron. If Doyle plays, I would definitely play him. I think the tight ends are the way to go in that game, especially if T.Y. is out. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm nervous about this game. I don't expect to win. If we win, I will be pleasantly surprised. If we lose, I'm not going to be upset about it. I'm not going to start, I'm not going to take that standard Dallas Cowboys fan nosedive that we have to take every single year. I'm not going to do that. As far as our offense goes, Zeke, automatic start. I hope they follow the game plan. They follow the game. My game plan for the Cowboys. Okay, I'm a nobody. Okay, but I can watch the game, and I know that the formula to success for the Cowboys is to give the ball to Ezekiel Elliott in the back. Give it to him, hand the ball off, put him in screens, put him in open space, make him do that Texas route where they run this way and he cuts across. No linebacker can contain him. Use Zeke to your advantage. He basically didn't play last season. He played half the season last season. So he's fresh. Don't be afraid to use him. Don't be afraid about his health. He's good to go. And I'm sure he'll be the very, very first person to utter those same exact words. Tight ends, all of our tight ends suck. I don't even know who our tight ends are anymore. There's 5 of them and they get injured and then they come back and then they get put on IR and I don't know who any of them are. So I would not play a Dallas Cowboys tight end. Amari Cooper is a lock. You play Amari Cooper no matter what. Of course, obviously he's been going crazy. You would be nuts not to start Amari Cooper. Michael Gallup. Do you trust Dak Prescott? There's your answer for that. And then coming to Dak Prescott, it's very simple. All he has to do is hand the ball off to the guy in the back, check down to the guy in the back, throw a little 4-yard pass to the guy in the back. Okay, if that doesn't work, look at number 19, okay? Throw a quick little pass to him, put the ball in Amari Cooper's hands, and let him do what he does. Dak Prescott is not the reason why Amari Cooper has been balling. Amari Cooper is the reason why Amari Cooper has been balling. So put the ball in his hands and let him do his magic. I was wrong about Amari Cooper. I'll be the first to admit it. I love having Amari Cooper. Definitely worth a first-round pick. Good job, Jerry Jones. I don't know if it was him. Good job, Stephen Jones. That's pretty much it with Dak. That's all you got to do. And then use his legs. Use him to your advantage. Stop calling draws, though. You don't need to call draw after draw after draw. I swear to God, if we're at the 2 or 3 yard line and they call another Dak draw, which didn't work last week, it worked the week before, but it didn't work last week, and if they try it again, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to completely light up the Cowboys coaching staff based on that decision alone. I'm going to take like 4 pieces of dynamite and I'm going to fill every single body of the Cowboys coaching staff. I'm going to light them up that hard. If they do another goal line Dak draw, give it to number 21, give it to number 45. That's all you got to do. Put Dak into position to succeed. Get rid of those 7-step drops. Get rid of those 5-step drops. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. They don't work, okay? They might work one play, but then guess what? The next one, by the time he's on his 5th step, the pocket has collapsed already by this point, and then there's one of 3 or 4 things that's going to happen. He's either going to throw a pick off his back foot, he's going to fumble, he's going to get sacked. That's it. I think with Dak, if they want to start calling those plays for him, okay, if they want to call those 5 or 7-step drops, Dak Prescott has got to learn, and all he has to do is pick up the phone and call number 9, Tony Romo, because he was the master at this. He has to develop a sense of urgency. He has to develop a mental clock in his brain, okay, where he knows that he only has a certain amount of seconds to make something happen before something bad happens, okay? A defensive lineman's claw is going to hit him in the shoulder, okay? A linebacker's gigantic, powerful hand is going to come and try to swipe at the ball. You have to understand this, Dak. You don't have a choice. You really don't have a choice. Take off running. You're fast. You have gigantic legs. Dak's legs are the size of my body, and I'm kind of fat, okay? Put him in positions to succeed, and he will succeed. He will. Will we win the Super Bowl? I don't think so. Will we win a playoff game? If we have the right formula, maybe. But you have to give the right formula. It's like if you're a teacher and you have a student, okay, there a lot of times in mathematics there's multiple formulas there's multiple ways to do something. There's multiple formulas to get to one answer, okay? For example, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but everybody knows c squared minus b squared equals a squared. I did not practice that, okay? Everybody knows that. So if one equation does not work and the other one does, you're going to teach that student with the equation that works. You're not going to try to hammer in the one that does not work. That's not how humans work, okay? Hand the ball off, throw your curl routes, throw your slants, take off running when you need to. That's it. That's all you have to do. Don't throw off your back foot, okay? When you feel somebody coming around you, either take off or put both hands on the ball and hold it as hard as you possibly can. How do you not know this by now? It's not hard for our Dallas Cowboys to succeed. Please make it happen. Please listen to me. Just follow the blueprint that you created for yourself. Do not deviate away from the blueprint that you created. Okay? McDonald's created the Big Mac. They have not changed the Big Mac since they created it, because the Big Mac, although it does make you sick, it is delicious. Okay? So let's go Cowboys. This is a trap game. This is a game that we should win. We're better. We're better than them, but then they are at home, and they have been playing very, very well. They against inferior talent, but still, it doesn't matter. Andrew Luck can still play. So good luck to us. We'll see what happens. Thanks a lot for tuning in. You guys have a good night. Take care. Peace and love.